Hey guys, happy February. We just wanted to let you know about something out of the ordinary that we're going to be doing for the month of February. So every Friday in February, we are doing a collaboration series with 2 other channels. They are both family channels, and we are going to be putting out a video to give you guys tips and tricks of how we as mothers and families have learned to stretch a dollar. Probably a lot of you have felt a little bit more of a pinch lately with the cost of food rising, inflation in general. And so we just thought it'd be good timing to do this series and give you guys a little bit of encouragement about some ways that maybe you haven't thought of yet that you can save money. Money. Being frugal has been a big part of our life in our family for quite a few years, going back probably about 15 years as I was trying to make some changes in our family, moving towards a more natural and organic type of lifestyle, which if you buy those kinds of things pre-made and ready to go, it gets really pricey. And so I had to learn how to do a lot of that stuff on my own because we just couldn't afford to buy things pre-made for a family our size. So keep checking every Friday through the month of February. We'll have a new video out for you, and there will be links to the other 2 channels and the videos that they're putting out as well, so you can check out all 3 families' tips and tricks for Frugal February. For any of you that have been following our channel for a while, you know that we love to travel. In fact, we're kind of obsessed with it. And in order for us to be able to travel with a family of 10, we have to be very conscious about how we spend our money and how we use our money. Money is a tool, and if we aren't aware of how we spend our money, traveling would no longer be an option for our family. So being very conscious about how we use our money is a big deal to us. Probably one of the best pieces of advice I can give on being wise with your money is to make a plan. Make a plan. Make a plan. Make lots of plans. Make plans in every area. Plans for your food, plans for groceries, plan about how you're going to save money, and plan about how you're going to spend money. Planning is going to be the #1 important thing in learning how to use your money properly and how to be frugal. If you don't have a plan, you will have no idea where your money's going and how to change that. So the first thing is going to be to plan. It's something I've had to learn and work really hard to learn, and I'm still not a pro at it. But I've gotten good enough in a few areas to be really conscious about what I'm doing with my money. If you're a meal planner, that is the most excellent way to save money. You know exactly what you're making, which days of the week. You're not going to get caught in a rut where you end up going and eating out. And you know what to buy when you go and get groceries, which is perfect because you don't overbuy. You don't buy things you don't need. So I will try to make sure that a couple of days of the week I have a plan and I know what I'm doing. I get ahead of the schedule so that I even make the meals ahead of time. And it's a huge load off. I get at least 1 day of the week that I don't have to think about meal prep because I did it earlier in the week. That just makes it so that as a mom, I get a day off. I get a day to relax. And as a mom, you really do need a break. Can you chew that? Thank you. So even just planning a couple of meals a week can be a huge load off and can be a major money saver. The next thing I would suggest is don't buy more groceries until your fridge is empty. So you might need to have a list of basic staples that if you run out of those things, those are the things you're willing to run out and grab without doing a full grocery shop. But overall, if you can make your fridge dwindle down to almost nothing, you will go grocery shopping far less often than you think you need to. And you will have food going bad in your fridge because you'll use up what you have before you buy more. It also helps with the planning because you look at what you have in your fridge and you have to plan accordingly. How many times have you walked into a grocery store with the intention of buying one item, and by the time you were done, items were falling out of your arms? The more times that you enter a grocery store, the more likely you are to buy more than you need. Every time you go into a grocery store, it's another opportunity for that grocery store to advertise something to you and for you to buy something that you don't need. So shop less frequently. You'll save a lot of money. So let's talk about grocery shopping for a minute. When you have a big family, groceries can often be the biggest part of your monthly budget. I know for us that's especially true. Being wise when you're shopping is really important. When we lived in the big city, something that I did every single week without fail was price matching. So every Thursday, I knew that the flyer person was gonna come by and drop off a whole bunch of flyers for me in my mailbox. And I would wait for them. I watched for them. I got so excited when my flyers came because that was the biggest way that I found to save money at that time. There's lots of different ways that you can price match now. You can get an app on your phone, which is probably what a lot of people do. I'm still kind of a pen and paper kind of girl, so I prefer that over my phone. They don't deliver flyers to my door anymore, but they do have flyer packs at Walmart. I can still do my price matching. So let me show you how I do that. To start with, I'm gonna write down the name of the store, and then I'm gonna write down each item that I would likely buy that week. First, I write the item, then I write the price. I write what the price is talking about, so if it's pounds or how many is in the package. And then after that, I make a note if there's any variations of those product and what type this variation is. So that's how I write that down. Nice and simple, nice and organized. As I get to my next store and start pricing out the things in that store that I'm gonna buy. When I find something that's doubled, this one at this store is $3.99 for a package of 5 or 6, whereas this store is only a package of 4. I'm gonna go ahead and cross a line out through that one so I don't get confused. And it's gonna keep happening as I go through all of the different stores and I find prices that are better at different stores. So that's how I write out my list. But that's only the beginning. When I lived in Toronto, I did not go to all of these stores to buy these items. I only went to one. There are certain stores that do what's called price matching. So what I do is I make my list, I find the cheapest prices from the cheapest stores, and I take with me to the store only the flyers that I have sale items from. I take them in a stack, and when I go up to the till, I take up my stack of flyers, and I will put all of my flyer items at the end of the checkout line. So you have to be a little bit organized, but if you're good at it, it becomes actually really fun. So I put those things at the end, and as I get to them, I tell the checkout lady I'm gonna be price matching these items from a different store. So when they get to each item, one at a time, you're gonna have your list handy, and you're gonna say, here it is. I'm buying this cauliflower, and this is the price that it's gonna be. And they will change the price right on their till for you. This saved me a ton of money when we were shopping in the city. Say you don't have the guts to take your big stack of flyers up to the till with you, I would still say that price matching is a very useful tool, because as you write down all of these numbers every week, what's gonna happen is you're gonna get very familiar with the prices of food items in a way that you never have been before. You're gonna get familiar with prices per pound and per package and how big the package is. And when you do go to the grocery store, because you've done this homework every week, when you see something that's a good price, you're gonna know it's a good price. You're not gonna say, oh, I'm pretty sure I paid $1 more for that last week. You're gonna know what your prices are. So even if you don't wanna take the stack of flyers and you wanna go to your favorite store, I would still say do this, because when you get there and you realize that something is more than half off, that's when you stock up. Many of you may have seen our live stream a week and a half ago where our thumbnail was us surrounded by a lot of bananas. What happened was Walmart brought in a whole bunch of organic bananas that didn't sell. So they cleared all of them out in bags for $1 for the bag, which had about 2 bunches, sometimes 3 in each bag. So we bought all of them. We can stick all those bananas into freezer bags and we will slowly eat them up. But we have a large stock of bananas right now that cost us very little money. Watching for things like that is excellent, and you'll only know how great prices are if you're familiar with your prices. So price matching is definitely beneficial. I hope you enjoyed my tips and tricks for the first week of our Frugal February series. That's a tongue twister. If you enjoyed this, if you learned anything from it, please check back next Friday for our next video. And if you have any ideas of other things we can add for tips, or if you have any questions and you want to know how we do things that weren't mentioned here in this video, leave a comment in the comment section and we'll do our best to respond to that in the next video. Thanks, guys!